Okay, so 10.3 is the outer planets. So you have Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. So all of these planets are known as the gas giants. They're believed to have small, solid inner cores, so they're not very dense. So starting with Jupiter, okay, so it is the largest planet in the solar system. It has the fastest rotation of any planet. It has what we call zones and belts. And then, of course, it has some different types of moons. It has Callisto, Ganymede, Europa, and it has Io. So here are some pictures of Jupiter's moons. And of course, it is very well known for the Great Red Spot. It has a diameter that's as large as 3 Earths placed in a row. And it's the biggest storm system seen. It's been observed since about 1664. So Callisto, again, is one of its moon. It is the largest moon in the solar system. And then the most volcanically active body in the solar system is the moon Io. Saturn is next. It is the second largest planet. It's the least dense planet, and it has a system of rings that revolve around the equator. So it's very well known for those rings. The rings are mainly composed of water ice, and it has shepherd moons. So these moons help keep the rings in place. And then, of course, there is a list of its different moons. So the specific moon we want to mention is Titan. It is the only moon in the solar system that has a thick atmosphere. Uranus is next. So Herschel first discovered it in 1781, and at that point it kind of been the first new planet discovered in a while. It's mainly composed of hydrogen and helium, and its axis is tilted at a 98-degree angle. The rings are composed of dust, unlike Saturn, which of course, if you'll remember, is water ice. And here are some images of it. Neptune. So this is the only planet that was discovered mathematically before it was seen. It has rings that are made of dust. Its liquid ocean may exist in the atmosphere, and it has some different satellites. It has Triton, which experiences the coldest known temperatures in the solar system, and it travels in the opposite direction. And it has a great dark spot. It's a dark storm that was seen in 1989, and it disappeared by 1994. All right, next is Pluto, which isn't really considered a part of the planets anymore, which makes me sad because when I was in 5th grade, it was still a planet. It's okay, though. So in 1905, this guy predicted that the 9th planet affecting Uranus and Neptune's orbits was there. Then in 1930, this guy named Clyde discovered Pluto. 1978, they found Pluto's moon, and it was about half of its size. So then in the late 20th century, they discovered Eris. It's actually larger than Pluto. And then in 2006, they came up with a new definition of planet. So I was probably, I was probably like a 5th grader then. So a planet is an object that orbits the sun and has enough gravity to be a sphere, and has removed small objects from its orbit. And I'm so sorry, for some reason, PowerPoint is cutting off half of it, but it'll be okay. So Pluto wasn't considered a planet. It was then considered a dwarf planet, and it's more of an object that orbits the sun, that has enough gravity to be a sphere, but it hasn't removed small objects from its orbit. So it was so close to meeting all the requirements, but unfortunately, it did not. It's not actually orbiting around another object as well. So Plutoid is a term that they coined. It's any trans-Newtonian dwarf planet. So any planet past Neptune, that's a dwarf planet. And here are some images of Pluto.